Marker at 1 minute.
Yeah, so we're gonna see some
Five,
stuff for X.
4, 3, 2, 1. Marker. Okay, everybody, welcome back. This is Jimmy, along with
MegaManDust.
bringing you E3 episodes. Now we're gonna be talking. Looks like we're gonna be watching the Treehouse live segment on Monolith X, or whatever the name of that game is, which we saw a little preview of it on a digital event earlier today, and
I think it's Xenoblade Chronicles by Monolith Studios.
Yeah, something like that. I know it has a big X. You can see on the screen right there. So we're just gonna call it X, Project X, and Battlefield. I was gonna say, wait a minute, what do you mean Battlefield? But anyway, we saw on the Nintendo Direct that they had they teased it to be released in 2015. It's supposed to be a big RPG game. I'm not a fan of RPGs, but what do you think? 10 seconds.
Yeah, well, I am a fan of a lot of different types of RPGs. However, I never really followed the Xenoblade franchise. What I've seen's been interesting, and let's see what they have to say.
Live at E3. I'm Ed. I'm here with fellow Treehouse members Ethan and Rich. We're going to take
Ethan,
a
I
little
thought
bit
you
of
were
a
at school.
deep dive into some new stuff. We're looking at Xenoblade Chronicles X right now.
like a
So,
skinny Mark Hamill.
Rich, you want to just take us off?
Take us in, Rich.
Yeah.
Mark Hamill.
So, Xenoblade
yeah.
Chronicles X
Something
is...
idea. Oh yeah,
It's sort of a
like they were saying,
spiritual sequel to the
Cinema
original
Sins.
Xenoblade
Discount Mark
Chronicles
Hamill.
on the Wii.
Ding.
Doesn't really touch on the storyline, but it does pick up on a lot of the philosophical ideas that you saw in that first game.
And the one in the middle. Discount Matt
With the
Damon.
time that we
Ding.
have here, I'm just going to have us jump right into the game.
Yeah.
Get a little bit of gameplay experience. We'll get through as much of it as we can.
Yeah, we just started from the title screen and we're
Finish the
we're
whole
just
game in
going.
10 minutes.
And
So
we're going
what
to
do we
set
have
some of the we're going to set some of the
Well, for
story
a
up
big
too.
game.
Okay.
20 hours
yeah,
with side
since
missions.
You can actually translate all
Oh,
this stuff.
wow.
I may ask you to jump in
Like,
and summarize.
Sure.
Assassin's Creed.
But
Gosh,
I'm just going
put,
to
like,
set some of the
easily
story stage here.
Probably 60 more
Uh,
hours in those.
At the start of the game,
Actually, probably
you're going to
more
see
than
a vast
More than 100
battle
hours
of
in
these
those segments.
warring alien species.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, they've kind of decided to have their big battle right over Earth.
Yeah.
You know, right on top of us.
Well, that
Not so great
sucks.
for us.
It doesn't work out very well for us, no. So the two of them are warring. They are essentially annihilating the Earth as they're doing all of this. We
we
do our
can
best
collateral
to
damage.
fight back, and that's what you're going to see in this cutscene here. We do our best to fight back. We build technology that helps us to try to, step up to the battle with the aliens. Doesn't really help us a whole lot, and the Earth is. Well, you'll see what happens to the Earth. That's cool, but we're gonna put all of humanity into a series of arc ships, and just take off, leave the Earth behind, and that's where Xenoblade Chronicles is gonna start off.
Yeah, it's you'll see as we get going here, but it gets pretty epic pretty quickly. So
It's already epic.
I
Very
mean,
epic.
yeah.
And this intro sequence is just beautiful to watch here. What you're seeing right here is the first of the warring alien species deploying their armada. As you can see, oh yeah, there's the Earth.
Yeah.
You're gonna see.
That's a lot of guys.
That's a lot of alien action. You're gonna see things go bad pretty quickly here. There's the other alien species coming in. There they are, fighting it out. This looks great. Yeah, the art design on this game is incredible. I love the ship design. I love the robot design.
Yeah.
Just the choreography of this intro battle is gorgeous.
Yeah, it's good. And I think that's one of the first things you notice taking a look at this game. People see it for the first time. They're just like, whoa, it really catches the eye. We'll see that more as we dig in.
Now you can see the battle looks like it's going okay, but you're going to see some impact on Earth. Okay, poor choice of words. You're going to see what's happening to us in the middle of all this battle is we're just getting annihilated while they're fighting. Ethan, feel free to translate some of the
there's
subtitles.
just kind of a narration here explaining what, that Earth kind of was this chosen battlefield and that, these two forces have converged, basically summing up some of the stuff you've already said, and that the forces of Earth, got together to try this sort of grand escape plan.
It's our last-ditch effort, basically, to get away from the battlefield, since we know there's no hope left for the Earth itself.
Yep.
And you can see, you're going to see our arc ships taking off.
Yep.
And then you're going to see the Earth blowing up. Ah, well.
There it goes.
Thanks for coming
So-
by, everyone.
Yeah, so, have a good day.
Printer's
Just lifting your spirits, get things off
So
on
this
right
is
now.
one of the arc ships you're talking about.
Now these things are vast. You can see that's an entire city inside of that unit,
Right.
inside of the arc ship. We're pursued by the aliens. We do what we can to fight back. But the
Right.
arc
So
ship,
these are the Earth forces kind of fighting off the aliens that are pursuing them during their escape. This is actually inside the ship itself.
but this specific arc ship gets knocked out of space and crashes into this alien planet.
Right.
Xenoblade Chronicles X takes place on this alien planet. You can see one of the city spheres basically landing. The
Eject sequence.
population, for the most part, survives the impact, but
Right.
there are escape pods that the humans escape into.
Right.
We're going to get into the gameplay in just a few moments so you can see what happens when your player character gets awakened from the stasis pod for the first time.
Right.
And that's right where the game starts here.
Okay. All right.
It kind of just drops us into the action here.
Now we're going to start off with a little bit of character creation. I'm going to go through this character creation really quickly. There's a lot of customization that you have at your
Okay,
disposal.
sure, of course.
We could get lost in this one for a while. I'm going to go for some silver hair. See
And
what we can-
I love that we're doing this. I mean, it's not often that you get to see an RPG that's not out yet. That we're just showing from the beginning. So I'm
Yeah, I
happy
mean-
that we're able to do this. Previously, we've just been able to show little snippets of this game.
Right.
So
Obviously, this everything's still in Japanese. Clearly,
Yeah.
not everyone is bilingual. Like
This is
Ethan
true.
here.
This
you
is
know,
true.
so
no,
like, this is
Rich
still
was skipping through pretty quickly,
sneak
but
peek.
Yeah, sorry about jumping through. I want to get into the
No, it's
gameplay
good. We
really
want to know
badly.
the game.
Yeah.
We do.
Um,
I want to see.
And as far as character creation options, it's cool that you can spend a lot of time like getting hair color perfect
Oh,
and
yeah,
getting your
right,
eyes
yeah.
to look either to match your own eyes or go
Yep.
for these nice cyber organic eyes.
Well,
but
because if you're gonna commit yourself to this journey, you want to make sure that you have exactly the
you look
character you want.
exactly. You've got the right heart tattoo on your face.
so what we're going through right now is your stasis pod being opened up by the first person that you meet, another survivor from that great invasion.
Right. And so this also begins kind of a little sub-narrative that not everyone who made the journey with that sort of departure ship landed safely with the city, and there's a smaller group of people that are kind of scattered out there that need to be recovered and brought back.
And you're going to find your way through to the very first survivors to escape the crash. And you're going to spend some time looking for other survivors as well. We'll talk about that a little bit more as we get deeper into the game.
Yep.
Here are your first moments as you're waking up out of the stasis pod. I'm going to start skipping some of these cutscenes after you get kind of the flavor for it,
Yep.
because I do want us to see some of the gameplay pretty quickly
Yep.
here. But I want to set the scene properly before we jump into it.
So this is Elma, and she's one of the sort of scouts, one of the warriors from the city out looking for survivors, and she's found you at this point.
And there we are, barely conscious, pulled out of the stasis pod. Now at this point I'm going to jump into it. Elma is going to explain a little bit of what we've explained to you as well, about what your current situation is on this alien planet. I'm going to take this opportunity to skip ahead just a little bit so that you can see some of the free roaming of this game. We start off in a pretty constrained environment, just to get kind of the feel for battle and the feel for...
wants you to enter your
Oh,
name.
yeah. I'm just going to... Yeah, let's just name him Ethan. You guys can't see what's going on down here. It's fine.
But to speak
Oh,
to that
what?
constrained environment, that's something that changes very quickly.
I name all my characters
we
Ethan.
start
It's just
rolling.
it's a routine. It's a thing I do.
Oh,
Thanks,
you
Rich.
just made his day.
What an honor.
So Elma is
Oh, she
just
thinks
gonna...
it's a good name, by the way.
Yeah, well, it is. It's a very strong name. She's figuring out what it is that you remember about your time before.
Yep.
We're going to jump through this too, and I just want to get into some of the battle now.
Yeah.
Sure.
And some of the exploration. People who have played Xenoblade Chronicles are going to feel that this is very familiar. There are a lot of elements that they'll recognize.
And, I mean, a lot of people know this is a long-standing series. There have been a lot of titles in the series. And for people who have been fans of the series, I'm sure they've recognized it in some of the footage that has already come out about this game. But they're going to see things they recognize from even further back than the Wii game, dating back to the series origins and stuff that'll look really familiar. And I think that's a really nice nod to people who have stuck with this series for a long time.
Right. So here it is, nighttime, a little mist in the air. I've got an arrow that you can see right here telling me where I ought to go. We're going to find our way into the first battle pretty quickly. As I'm exploring here, I'm going to stumble across other artifacts that have crashed from the Ark ship.
Right.
Yeah. Did you play Xenoblade on the Wii at all, or did you?
I
did you
didn't.
know
I
someone-
actually, I think I was looking over your shoulder a lot when
Yeah?
you were playing it.
Yeah.
I spent a lot of time with
But
that
this is,
game.
you've been a big Xenoblade guy.
Oh yeah.
While.
Yeah.
You've been through.
Yeah. I did not finish the one on the Wii, but I still need to get back to it. But it was great. It was awesome.
So we're going to crack into this pod here and see what we discover out of this.
Talking about targeting, and all of a sudden we're in a battle. This is just kind of the first intro battle.
Now, I'm going to try to run away from this guy for a little bit just to talk about what's going on here.
Yeah.
On the bottom of the screen, you can see run, run, run. You can see the arts palette.
Yep.
That arts palette down there represents my current skill set. I haven't even started attacking this guy yet, so I'm going to pull out my gun and jump into some auto attacks. Now, these auto attacks, they're my basic attack. You can see there's a next to my character profile up there. Whoa! I should do not take my hand off the gamepad.
Yeah.
Don't choose self. I'm gonna cast a quick shield over here and then get in tight on this guy.
Yep.
Switch over to my knife. Now, when I'm using my arts, I'm using up these technical points, these TP that power all of my arts.
Right.
I can build those TP up faster by going into a melee attack, which brings me in close to the enemy. Or I can switch to a ranged attack that allows me to get farther away from what he's doing and kind of build up points more slowly, but be at a little less risk as I'm fighting. Now I keep doing this thing where I'm taking my hand off the gamepad. That didn't work out so well
It
for
raises
me
a
a
really
moment
good
ago.
point. Like battles in Xenoblade on the Wii were real time as well, and anybody who had played the game already probably recognized some familiar elements to the UI they saw there. That arts palette along the bottom, but yeah, everything happens in real time, and including those B button events, to get yourself little bonuses. There's no turn-based, waiting for turns, like you see in a lot of more traditional Japanese RPGs.
I want to talk about that quick B button thing that we did. That was in the Japanese. They're calling it a soul voice. That soul voice is something that your partner shouts out to you in combat, and if I get that timing right, I get a benefit. In this case, I would have got hit points back. There's no way to heal other players using your arts. You can shield yourself, you can heal yourself, but there's nothing that you can do about your partners except with that soul voice. So I need to be paying pretty good attention to what's going on, and I need to be taking advantage of those opportunities.
Yep.
I'm going to grab a few little items as I'm running along here. If you played Xenoblade Chronicles, you would recognize some of these as quest-based items that you get as you talk to some of the townspeople in your hub towns. They'll ask you to search for things, and you'll find those things for them. It's stuff that you grab out in the field. You can also see over the monsters here their level. That's a good indicator of whether you'll be able to take them out at this time. I could probably chase those guys down. They look so harmless, though.
We want to get to that.
Yeah.
That thing.
From you.
I want to get to the big open areas here.
yeah.
I want to show everyone
Yeah, no, that's
how expansive this world can be. So I'm just going to chase these guys down. Over these guys here, you can see a couple of symbols there.
Right.
There's a couple symbols telling you it's in red, so you can tell that they're hostile.
right.
I can target that guy. It tells you a little bit about how they're going to detect you by sight and sound.
Yep.
And it also tells you that ring. It tells you that if one of their kind is attacked within range of another of their kind, he's going to jump in
They're
and
gonna
join
join
in the
in.
attack.
Yeah.
So I'd be taking on two critters at once rather than one.
Yeah.
Let's see if he notices me as I'm running by. I think I got past him. I'm not in a hurry to deal with those guys right now when I've got so much more to show you.
Saying that it's easy to get distracted in this game is kind of an understatement, as you'll see here in a moment.
Yeah, the very first thing I did when I walked down into these big open vistas is,
Right.
I knew which way I was supposed to go and how I was supposed to get there, and I immediately turned the wrong way and
Right.
just charged off to see what I could see.
Well, yeah, you're always noticing something like, ooh, what's that over there? Let's go check it out.
So you're going to see the sky clear up, hopefully. I think you're going to see that. I think that's going to happen
I
here.
think she's mentioning that very thing right now.
There it is. And then we're going to see our first human settlement, first human explorers who have escaped from the crash as well. Just take a quick look out over this view. Now the other thing you're going to see,
one of my favorite spots.
yeah, you're going to see some like just amazing things as the clouds dissipate and the fog clears up here. One thing that you're going to notice, hopefully as we're playing right here, is that the weather shifts as does the time of day. So we're seeing daybreak now. We're going to come out into full daylight. But as you're playing, you go through your day and night cycle, and enemy behaviors will change in day and night. You have predators who are hunting at night.
Right.
You might see pack animals that are sleeping during that time as well.
I think even you'll get some different enemies that come out at nighttime. Whoa.
Yeah.
Someone's waking up.
Just amazing creatures in here. And again, it's the creature design and the variety of them that you see out in the field and how far out you can see them. It just blows my mind.
This is a lot to take in.
It is,
when
yeah.
you're living in an escape pod, you know.
Yeah,
you've been in a pod, right?
Who knows how long.
And it's kind of a lot to cover. We also have different
this.
weather patterns in the game now.
Right.
So, as the weather patterns shift, creature behavior might shift as well.
Yeah, they can become more aggressive or less aggressive. Yeah. So.
Now, Alma's going to point us out to the first
Right.
military installation right over here. Now, one interesting thing about this arc ship is that the first people to come out of stasis to start getting into action, it's the military people.
Right.
But they know that military people know that they're very good at a specific set of things, but they also need a broader range of talents to get civilization back up and running. So one of your tasks is going to be finding your farmers, your other craftspeople, your various skill sets to help bolster your first town's ability to survive and to sustain itself.
Yeah.
So beautiful.
Look at that.
It's good stuff. Another thing, before I forget to mention it, in Xenoblade, if I remember correctly, each character had a set type of auto attack, whereas in this game, every character can switch between melee and ranged on the fly,
Yes.
which they incorporate a lot of sort of strategic elements, like you were mentioning with the soul voice. The characters you're battling with will call out for you to do a particular type of attack, and you get bonuses for following their orders. So she's just explaining this is the ship, this is their home base.
We've been looking at some scenic vistas for a little bit, but I want to get deeper into some combat.
It's time to
So
get busy.
let's just jump into that.
So she's saying here, you could jump down off that cliff if you wanted to, but she doesn't recommend it, not because you're going to get hurt. Fall damage doesn't appear to be a huge problem.
This cliff?
You could do that.
That one right
she just said that there's some tough enemies down there, but it's up to you.
So
So-
this is really wherever you want to go.
Doesn't
No,
look so
that's
terrible.
the thing.
But
And
we've got
that's-
some people I
oh,
want
yeah,
to
go
take a look at over
Okay.
here
Yeah, yeah.
first. These here's that first military installation over here. I'm gonna run past these guys, say hello, find some new
Right.
landmarks.
Not too far from the ship, so you'll still be seeing some outposts where people have set up stuff.
Now, I think that's the fastest path for me to get over to the Ark.
Yeah. It's
Take a look at
hard
it
though
here,
because I mean, like Ed was just saying, if you see it, you can pretty much go there. Yeah, and
I do want to get down to those guys. I
Yeah,
gotta get
no,
down there
we do.
because you can get a sense of how big they are from
yeah,
up here,
just the
but
scale.
Just be careful, Rich.
yeah, I know. Last time I did this, I got
Did you
stomped
accidentally
pretty
attack
bad.
one of them?
Yeah.
They're not level 1.
They're not angry by nature, but if you attack them, they get a little angry.
That's how it works.
But I'm going to start out by taking out a couple of these guys here.
Yeah.
You can see the one in the back. He is angry. He is aggressive.
Right.
Right.
He
So right now
doesn't
he's
see
facing
me
away
yet.
from you.
He doesn't see me, and his friend doesn't seem to mind me being here. I'm going to start with his less aggressive friend.
Right in the rump shot there.
Yeah. Nope.
Okay.
Okay. So much for less aggressive.
So you're switching the target around from different parts on the enemy.
Yeah, so if I move to the back, you can see over in the bottom right of the screen, you can see that I've got a couple of pieces of information about where I am in relation to the enemy. You can see the first on the side of the slash, I'm in front of, or on the side of,
Or behind,
in back of. the other one, it tells you my ground, middle ground, high ground, low ground, so I can tell when where I am in relation to them and what advantages I might have.
I think as you progress on, they go into more depth about how different positioning can be really advantageous depending on the enemy.
I just used my assault hammer. I want to point out something about all of these arts. There's a recharge time to all of them.
Yeah.
So I just used it, and I'm slowly building up the charge again. You're going to see the charge meter slowly fill up. It's not going to be so important for this battle, but I think with this angry guy over here, it's going to be a little bit more. And sorry, yeah, he's just grazing. I know.
A rum shot?
Just me.
That's not an official term.
Not official.
That's just me.
Not official.
Yeah. I'm so unfair to these guys. So I'm going to go over here and help my friend. Got the soul voice this time.
Succeeded.
Yeah, it wasn't a tremendous success. If I got the timing perfect, I'd get a huge boost.
Yep.
But you can see the assault hammer I've highlighted now.
Right, it's almost all the way built up for a second time.
That's its second charge. So some of these things have basically a double recharge.
Yep.
When things have a double recharge, they have a bonus effect that
And
comes
so
into
it
play.
was hard to see there, but
That
a little
was bad.
tooltip appeared showing that once you let it build up a second time, it gets like a damage boost, and that varies from art to art. So I think with your shield, if you let the shield build up twice, you can use it twice in a row. So that's adds more depth. People who love mastering battle systems and customizing things to get their sort of NPC player characters, doing exactly what they want, are gonna love this game. There's a lot of that type of customization.
That guy's a little big. I think I'm going to stay away from the big guy for now.
Were you gonna go down to the lake?
In a minute, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I just want to wake him up. Soul voice to wake him up, and he's up now. Now I have, because I leveled up, I have earned another art here that automatically jumps into my arts palette.
Nice. Oh, right. That just dropped in. That was the one you were just using. Fire burst, I think they're calling it.
And having a little bit of a better time with this guy, partially because he wasn't really expecting me to come at him like that.
And those orange dialogue boxes that keep showing up are, your partner Elma is calling out to you and like encouraging you to use specific arts and attacks.
And there are different triggers for all of those soul voices as you acquire more party members.
Just picking up some items, some gear. Yep.
Yeah. Now I've got a couple items. I'm going to see if I picked up some stuff I can use. I want to show off some of the character information here.
Careful of these menus though, because
I get
they go
lost.
deep. Yeah.
I get lost in these menus. So I'm going to choose Ethan. I've got a couple of different aspects to my character. There's my inner stats, and then there's my class stats. So my inner stats are things that are intrinsic to my character, but also the items that I'm carrying. My class stats are dependent, obviously, on what class I've selected.
Right.
Step back out of here and go to my items, though, real quick. Let's see.
Yeah,
so go to my inner. Go to my character. And it says I've got a couple of new items here. So I'm going to switch from my my current gun to this new gun that has a thing in Japanese of 6, Ethan.
That's just the attack power.
It's an attack power of 6. And then I'm going to switch to that one. You'll see it visibly represented on my character too. Got
You can see already there's sort of stats galore. You can fine tune things all you want if you're into that.
I'm going to go for a new weapon or a new body armor here as well, which you can see represented on my character too. I don't think Elma's got much new, but I'm going to see what
she starts with pretty good stuff. Did you
yeah,
just give her your old shirt?
I think I did.
Fair enough.
She doesn't want that.
It's a little worse than what you had. It's a little worse than what you had. I'll go back to that and step back out. Let's see. What else can we show off right here? We've got the arts palette.
You could look at the class menu.
Now, all of the arts can be leveled up individually. You use your the battle points for leveling up each of these arts. I want to level up my assault hammer. I want to see if I have the arts for this.
Right. Basically, the more you use them, the more you're going to be able to upgrade them. There you go.
And then from this screen, I can also customize. If I feel like it, I can customize my arts palette and swap in different arts. I don't have a lot of arts available to me right now, so I'm not really going to mess with that.
And progressing in different classes is what's going to earn you more arts and then allow you to sort of mix and match. Once you've earned the art for that class, you can then sort sort of hybridize and mix those into your palette there.
I feel like making a huge mistake here, Ethan.
Really?
Yeah.
What
You think?
level are you at?
Let's check it out. Not enough. Level not enough.
Okay, well, let's go for it.
All right. Now, one of the nice things that happens, I might as well set this up now. One of the nice things that happens
She
if one of
wants
your
you to do
characters
melee
falls
arts.
in battle
Yeah.
is you can spend your TP. I'm going to shield myself up here.
Yeah, you go with the melee.
Nope.
You got it.
There, go back to guns.
you're not
guns
looking
guns
great.
are better. No, I've felt better. So this might be a good opportunity to show off what happens when one of your characters. Oh, I missed that. When one of your
Dies,
characters
yeah.
dies,
You got
she might have an opportunity to come over and spend TP to
Right.
resurrect me.
Right.
If she has enough TP to do this, she'll come over.
Right.
She's not in a
She
real
does.
hurry right now. So I do have the opportunity to quick start right back to where I was. I don't see her coming over
No,
my
it
way
doesn't look like it's
anytime
happening.
You said she's in no hurry. I think
Yeah.
soon.
that's
She is
an
in
understatement.
zero hurry. She's pretty busy over there. So I'm going to take this time to jump back to basically where I was, where I walked back out over the vista.
When
I
you encourage him to do bad things.
This is you're the little guy on my shoulder telling me the wrong thing to do. No, I made that decision all on my own. So I'm going to jump back to not where I was, and going to take a different path this time, get us down to the lake.
Right.
Now, let's see. As Ethan mentioned, jumping doesn't do any damage to you, so you've got a good fall ahead of you here. You get to see what happens when I just take right off of the edge.
I just got to tell you, can you put the camera up a little bit?
Yeah.
The view from on top of those waterfalls is exquisite.
Breathtaking.
Yeah. We don't have time to get there now, but I'm
We'll
just
work
saying.
to it. Now I'm just going to run through an entirely different part of the map here. I'm going to head down to the beach. Maybe see if I can jump over these rocks.
Oh yeah,
here.
you can.
Nice.
The jump in this game is pretty generous.
Now let's see. He is. Where was I before when I didn't do so awesome? I did.
You were back along the
Yeah.
path.
Okay. That's. This guy's level 45. So
That was level 4.
That was level
I'm saying
4.
we were maybe not.
I didn't do so hot on level.
I'm saying you
Poor
should have brought
guy.
flowers.
Yeah.
And just for the sense of scale, there's his toenail,
Right.
and there's me. So
And,
I'm
and
just
you
gonna.
could attack that guy.
I could.
But the
would-
toenail
I'm not-
itself is like
not
level 13.
Right.
Gonna, yeah. So I'm gonna go find someone a little more innocuous over
We
here.
should,
Hey,
should
buddy.
Make our way over towards the
What
ship.
you doing? Little level 2 guy, not doing anyone any harm. So I'm going to take this opportunity to do a little bit of leveling because I know that I am not ready for the end battle. And if we have an opportunity to make it to the end battle, I do want to show off. Made it that time.
Yeah, that is tough.
Got a
Ooh, nice.
double. The timing is really harsh on those if you're not paying attention, which I am only barely managing to do right here.
Peripherally paying it.
So I'm going to see if this guy. I don't think I'm doing too bad on him. So I'm going to stick with melee. I'm going to let my assault hammer build up to its full second
Yep.
recharge.
There you go.
And then I'm going to attack with that
Right.
and knock him down.
Which is what you got, I believe, for letting it build up twice. It adds knockdown to the attack.
Good work.
Yeah. And that helped me to take him out a little bit more easily. Now that was basically like attacking a rabbit, though.
So Ed, you've played some other open world RPGs,
Oh yeah.
right? And that's more of what's kind of been the recent Western trend is to have open world RPGs. And I think
Right.
one of the things I'm super excited about is I grew up playing a lot of JRPGs, the Japanese style. Most of them were turn-based, and they kind of stuck to a formula for a long time.
Right.
But when the Wii Xenoblade Chronicles came out, it was kind of an interesting mesh, between, those really deep battle systems and, I don't know, just the story elements, that you would get in a Japanese RPG, and that fans of that genre really want, but also the open world exploration that a lot of people have kind of come to expect from other, Western developed open world games. So.
Yeah, I mean, this definitely has this breathtaking, exquisite. You can take your pick of
Yeah.
any adjectives that you
Yeah.
want.
Now the sun is starting to set, I think. Here you can see a couple of the moons of the local planet here coming out.
Yeah.
See, where's the other? Oh, there it is, right over there. So you're gonna get to see a little bit of dusk here, and I'm gonna get myself back on track. I had to take a
So
moment
yeah,
to
this
look
will
around.
take you somewhere near where you were before.
I'm going back over to that.
Oh,
whoa, hi there, buddy.
hey,
What
hello.
up?
He's okay.
Let's take a look at you.
Yeah.
He's all right.
Yeah,
This is,
that little guy.
that's what you get for surprising me like that.
It looks cool. I want it.
Really a miss.
I know. I just
Nothing.
I
Just enjoying this game. The sense of scale is amazing. I tend to forget that the Wii U is
That was my new weapon.
supposed to be on par, or a little bit more powerful than their last gen systems, and it really shows. Like they're going everywhere. I still think Wii, for some reason, Wii U, and I think like Wii capability.
Yeah.
But what this game can do is pretty cool for Nintendo. It's massive. It's sprawling. I expect loading screens where there's no loading
So as
screens.
you saw a moment ago, this guy was
And
aggressive.
there's a character creator, and you can name your character whatever you want. So I'm like, yes, I'm on for that.
A little faster than I can
In
keep track
you know,
of that.
like immersive
And he saw me,
RPG.
and
Yeah,
he,
that looks pretty good, the
he
graphics,
jumped
though. I
into
mean,
battle and brought his friend.
obviously it's not to the power of
That's okay. No.
Xbox One or PS4, but it looks pretty good.
It looks. I mean, character models look kind of last gen.
Yeah.
But I like again, it's not like
It's there's nothing
what I would consider
noble
current gen,
about
but I like
running
the
away with my
the
legs.
Laurel models right there. You know, the plants and all that. The art
So
direction
it's
for
melee.
creature
Okay,
design is
thanks.
pretty
I
cool.
appreciate-
That seems to be a common theme.
I appreciate the shout.
And the battle mechanic was interesting. Kind of
I'm gonna get in there for a little melee.
all the battles
attack.
are real time,
I'm also getting shield up here because
not obviously
now
not
that I'm
turn based,
melee, I'm taking a lot
but
more
it kind of has
damage.
like turn based kind of
I've been hanging back.
Final Fantasy 13 kind of feel a little bit in terms of combat, from what I can see.
I think I just got a new art on my
Long story
on my palette.
short,
I think I
I
just
wonder.
got
Right, you
battle
class
cry.
level
Nice.
up.
No, that battle cry is going to draw the enemy's attention to
That's
me,
right.
which if you've been watching my playstyle, that's the last thing I want. But if I draw the enemy's attention to me, then it gives my partner an
It
opportunity
was kind of
to
funny.
get
The
into some other
opening
attacks.
cinematic
And,
had a United
if you
States
remember
ship
Aggro from,
getting
Xenoblade
attacked, but everything's all in
Chronicles,
Japanese.
Oh,
you get
fuck.
And the characters obviously
you know,
look so
it ties
Japanese.
into,
It's like
to the way that
Yeah,
Aggro
it's not
operated.
right.
The next
Forget
battle.
you can dash with the L stick as well.
Yeah, if
you need to.
I
Level 2,
click
level
it down
3
on it.
characters, I guess. Oh,
Now
monster.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
see
the
if I
monster
can use
levels.
aggro, or if I can use
kinda
battle cry to
gauge
get
their
this
power.
attention. Did I get battle cry on this one?
Yeah.
You definitely need a, from what we've seen in previous years, looks like you need a mech suit to, if you want to really travel around
that
this
wasn't
this
bad
world.
yet.
My bad.
Yeah, that's the next art, I
Yeah,
guess.
so pretty much if you can
But
see it, you
I
can go
was
into
able
it.
to knock
Like,
this
nice.
flyer out of this guy and take a few extra
Hey.
pot shots at him. That is entirely my playstyle, by the way. 100%. Knock down the enemy and take pot shots.
Nice. That looks very nice.
What do you think? Do you anticipate playing something like this?
Yeah, I don't know if I would personally get. I'm not much of an RPG fan, but this looks more like an action real-time RPG game.
Yeah.
So I would
Very much
definitely-
kind of adventure. I mean, I can kind of see a Zelda type setting. Really, they swapped skins out. Kind of has that kind of feel to it. No rolling, but you know.
Yeah.
Fluid, job rich of
Yeah.
Oh,
navigating.
United States.
I mean, it looks really, really interesting.
You get the hang of it pretty quickly. I mean,
Usually United
right
States
stick for
ships
camera-
don't say
camera
United States on it.
control,
They
left
say
stick for
USS.
it's,
blah, blah, blah.
it's natural. It feels
Yeah.
really natural.
Right,
Well,
I
it's
think
I was gonna
it
say,
could look
in the
intimidating to
mythos,
people who don't typically play
that's
lots of games
it's
like
a
this,
type of an
but,
arc ship.
Oh.
So I guess the United States, and they designated as United States, and it had an entire city that they saved. And so I'm assuming there's probably like a Russian ship and a Japanese ship.
Oh, okay, so it's one that's basically part of the country. That ship.
Yeah.
That end boss.
So it looks like anyway.
Yeah.
I might take a few more opportunities.
Maybe
Yeah.
not that level 6 beastie though.
That's I learned my lesson last time on biting off more than I can chew.
So you saw when you can go up to one of the character models, the enemies you can actually fight, and the character's toenail was as tall as our character. The thing was huge.
Holy
I was like, yeah, you could fight this guy if you want to, but probably shouldn't.
I also want to get you a better.
Now that's a real
This is
toenail,
my-
no alas the imprisoned, right?
So we're coming in on the,
Yeah, none of
the
that.
city
Okay,
itself,
okay.
right? You can get again a sense of the scale.
It's not Big Bird. I mean,
We aren't even near it yet.
no Big Bird toenail. I mean, we're talking about
So let's get in there.
scary
and,
dinosaur toenail, right?
It
feel like I
wasn't
need to
scary.
grind
It was
a
like
little
a,
bit.
See though that there's
imagine
less
like
enemies
a,
wandering around now that it's nighttime.
I really,
Yeah, I think your Kinect is
really
watching.
ought to
us.
grind a
Oh,
little
it
more
is.
before I get into this.
it said hi.
Yeah.
I'm not. I'm
Your
a little
Xbox, I
nervous
think,
here
is
even.
on.
Oh, you'll be fine.
It
You're
is.
gonna be
Hey,
we're gonna be okay.
We're about
We're here
50-50.
for you.
Yeah.
We're about
Feels
50-50 on
spy
this
on.
boss battle.
Oh, you're
You
going
are.
for it.
I'm going for it.
Okay, here we go.
We've been 50-50
She's hacking the
on it,
network.
so let's see which way the coin falls on this.
ladies and gentlemen.
So
what
she's
you're
saying
about
it
to
looks
see.
a lot bigger up close. Lots of people have moved in, made it home.
Now, there's some good tension on this scene, so I'm not going to jump out of this.
Does look like something's
This
gonna
is the
jump
west
out of
gate
there.
of the city. Right now,
Yeah,
they
character
closed
models
off
out.
for safety.
Actually, you can even push it as, and
so
say
in
that they're
order to get
very
in, you're gonna have to take an
GameCube-like
elevator rather
character
than just
models.
go through the main gate. Uh-oh.
They
Well,
look
now
a little
before I
stiff.
get
Oh no,
to
they
that
look like
elevator,
on par with like
I'm going to have
a lot of current MMO
this guy
style.
and a couple of his
Yeah,
friends
he is very
to
stiff, though.
contend with.
So she's surprised to see
Stiff, yeah.
aggressive enemies like this so close to the city.
Because we're going.
Because there is, in
Neo
fact,
LA?
yeah,
Yeah.
Neo LA. We're on our way to Neo LA. I'm a little surprised to see these guys so close to the city too, because again, there's a military installation not
Right.
more than a couple hundred feet from me right now. But I think they
Alright.
want to make sure I'm
You're worthy.
Okay.
Of entry.
Oh,
So I'm
okay.
gonna remind
Run
you
away,
up
run
front.
away,
Whoa.
run away.
You see down at the bottom it says.
Uh-oh.
hit
He
the
just
plus
got
button
hit
to
by
battle
and
menu.
lost 116 health points.
So if you bring
That's
up
a
the
big hit.
battle menu on
Yeah,
the
that
right
was
there,
substantial.
It's gonna have a lot of options.
Oh, we
that
don't
you
know
can,
what
give
his
orders
total
to
is,
your
but it looks like it might be
NPCs.
close to 1,000.
No,
And I
his total
believe
was
the
like
second one from
5
the top
something.
is
500?
Maybe 6.
Oh, yeah, there it
Six
is. I
figures
see
at
it
the
now.
bottom.
your NPCs will make sure to attack
The monster is the one that has 1,000.
enemy that you're attacking.
Okay, we took down one of them.
Yeah.
We're feeling pretty good
I think
so
you're gonna
far.
be all right.
I don't know.
I don't
man.
want to jinx it though. Sorry.
Yeah, seriously, what are you doing?
Delete saved messages.
Did you have her focus fire?
Ooh.
I'm gonna need you to point me to
So yeah.
that.
So bring up the battle menu.
All right,
Second
here we
from
are.
the top.
This is bad. I can't.
Yep.
Okay, second from the
You
top.
got it. You
You're
got it.
asking
There
me
it
to do
is.
a lot
That's
here.
it.
All right, focus fire.
Okay.
We got it.
So that'll just ensure that
Dang.
you can attack your target.
Okay, so
Oh
we're,
yeah, so beat that
we're gonna take
boss
this guy
with a
out.
knife.
I get a little hit
going
point
well.
boost right there.
Yeah.
Took him out. Oh, that was faster.
They get a lot faster once you've completed a few of them.
Ooh.
And you can see what that's doing each time you complete one of those, raising that soul stage.
I'm having some trouble with those later ones.
And the soul stage is gonna,
That
the
time.
higher it is, it's gonna give you more bonuses during the battle. And the reason they get more difficult to complete is
better go to
that
range.
that soul
There we
stage
go.
meter is gonna go down over time, so you can't just keep raising it up.
All right, so we
Wow,
took
that's
that
already
out.
over. Nicely
Rich,
done.
We made pretty good work of that. Yeah.
That's the quickest I've seen you do that.
Yeah.
That is.
Nice work.
I like the way you got the Borealis effect going on up there.
Nice.
So she thought that they landed
So
in
they
a
are
relatively
somewhere
safe
other in the
area,
northern
but,
hemisphere or low in the low hemisphere.
You know, for every
Not on Earth at
friendly
all.
race that there is in space,
Not on
there's
Earth. Earth was
bound to
destroyed
be
in the battle.
some ones that are more hostile
Oh.
as well.
That's why that ship crashed down. They were attacked by aliens.
I love the feel of this game. It's very much like
Look, I was just saying because of the aurora
not only do you
borealis.
discover that you're not alone out
Unless,
in
they,
space, you
unless
also
the
discover
aliens
that
also change the
whatever's out there
magnetic,
doesn't really care
magnetic
about you.
fields of the Earth.
Oh yeah.
It doesn't
That
really
should
care
be
for you.
towards,
Yeah,
uh,
space
North
doesn't
Pole
care.
or South Pole.
Of some planet, yeah.
So now we're getting a good opportunity.
Also, they're not on
to take a
Earth.
look out
They were
over,
escaping from Earth. Okay, I
um,
get it, I get it.
Space is not your
the-
friend.
No,
No.
space is not your friend.
Take a look out over Neo Los Angeles
Yeah.
from the outside.
More items.
And we're going to see if we can get up that elevator to give you a deeper view of what Neo Los Angeles looks like.
Yeah, let's go check it out.
Yeah, let's check
It's
out
sort of
LA.
an extensive cutscene that's going to give you a flavor for what you're
Oh,
looking
so they
at
saved
inside
Los
this
Angeles.
first hub,
Sweet.
your hub
Say what?
town, basically.
That was the city, I guess, that the ship was
So that's the
transporting
west
Los
gate up
Angeles.
ahead of us.
Should have saved San Francisco.
But as
Nice
Elmo
people.
was telling us, the gate is sealed right now, and
Right.
you see our military installation right
Just
here.
kidding, LA. Just
Keeping
kidding.
guard just over the gate and not over us as we approach the
So
gate.
cool, man. So cool.
I really could have used
How
that a
about
minute ago,
Philadelphia?
I think she's kind of
City
giving
of brotherly
some
love.
word
They say.
up ahead that you're coming in,
Hogwash.
bringing in some survivors.
Set the scale again. Just take a
Yeah,
quick look
it's
around.
Should've
it
saved
really is
Honolulu.
pretty impressive when you get
Aloha.
up close.
Yeah, and I'm gonna go up here.
And you can jump around on all that stuff. Like, you know, if you're somebody who loves to explore and
You
kind
know, all
of
those people are really
see if it's
nonchalant
possible to
after.
go places.
I
A lot
mean,
of
there
times
was a
games
few monsters out there. Do you think they would have helped
run
or
up
something?
against an invisible wall that prevents you
What
from
do you want? It's
going
an
places,
RPG.
but
No one's
that's
helpful.
really, as far as I've been able to tell, that's really not the case.
It's all about you.
In this.
I see.
And they're probably military
Yeah, I've
a-holes.
spent a lot of time just
Yeah,
exploring
probably
this
do.
opening area.
No, it's not within my orders,
long
sir. Just kidding.
before I even get to that
Just kidding.
boss
We like the
battle.
military.
One thing I love about this elevator here is it gives me an opportunity to
Probably
show you
drones. That's what they are.
how far
The
off
military.
you can
Right,
see.
it's another vantage point. Like, I think we came from way over there. We can't see in the rain.
Nintendo Weekly.
Yeah,
Nintendo Weekly does not endorse the views expressed in this commentary.
but the weather pattern is beautiful weather here.
I was
But
actually
you get an opportunity to
I was,
look out
yeah, I was
over
watching Avengers all last 2 days,
a bit of
and
the,
it's kind of funny because
space
military
out
is often
there.
used as
There's
a,
that guy
you know,
that
these are
we
the
visited earlier.
Yeah,
not the
yeah,
bad
guys,
guys, but the not so smart guys. Like one of the guys, that character I never knew, the Red Hulk, was this military general trying to infiltrate the Avengers. He was like, "Well, we could have been a better team."
Crystal spikes.
It's like, no thanks, we don't need you.
I don't know if that's something that's going to
The
be
bad
explained
side.
later in the game, but
Especially Captain America. You know?
The
Now, we
Rikers
can
of the
talk a little bit
universe.
about the class system. Before I go through that game, kick into this cutscene, I do want to show off.
Come on, show the
some
cutscene. I
of the
want to
class system
see.
here.
They keep skipping through all the cutscenes.
Character,
Oh,
class.
yeah, that's
I don't think I understand them. It's all in
You'll be
Japanese.
able to change
It'd be cool if it's an
number of,
option in English. I'll have to play it in
classes.
Japanese if I want to.
Character
Mhm.
has a class set that they can cycle through.
right.
We're right here at the
That looks very,
opening class at Drifter, and then I'll
what's it
be
called?
able to specialize
Mass Effect.
into a couple of different classes.
Which in turn,
of course, but it gives you
they
a sense of what their function
borrowed
is gonna
from
be within
StarCraft.
the game. And then that also shows you a little bit of what their
Industry has to
art
innovate
palette
together
is.
to grow.
And you'll be
Type
able
of
to,
cards you're going to earn.
yeah, as you get deep, as you level
Innovate
up,
or
you get
emulate?
deeper cards. And then you can specialize even more.
Aren't both
Now, one
satisfactory?
different thing about Xenoblade
Mm.
Chronicles X
One's
is
flattery,
that you
one's
can
necessity.
change classes on the fly even
Yeah.
mid-battle.
Yeah.
So if there's an
So
arts
that student
palette
A
set
told me the
you
wrong
wanna have
time.
access to that you don't have access to right
It's
now,
actually
you can
just
change
regular
classes
dismissal
out
time.
and jump from a
I was
defensive
waiting there for
attacker
nothing.
to a heavier attacker.
Well, I'm not sure
something
what
that
class
you find
she goes to.
yourself
What?
needing desperately.
No, she has full day. She has all
You'll
7
be able to
classes.
switch classes
Yeah,
on the fly and
only
jump
half
straight
day we
out
have this
into
week.
a
This week
different
is
class and use those
Thursday.
abilities.
Thursday.
And if I'm understanding everything correctly,
Never
and,
trust
you know,
student aids.
it's a pretty complicated game with all the things you can do.
Can't
if I'm
speak
understanding
yet.
correctly, though, you can
No, no.
earn
Watching
those arts
E3.
for each
You should have
class.
seen him the other day. He was sitting on the stool.
You know,
He
mix and
fell
match,
asleep
right?
on the stool.
Yeah.
He's all
Build
like
really
this.
specialized
Just totally his head
characters
hanging.
to your own gameplay
Yeah, last
style,
time I was
right?
here, he did the same
Like
thing when I
cowardly
bumped him. He's
base
like,
attack, entirely dependent on
Cutscene.
striking enemies when they're unaware.
Look at that, that
or
is
perhaps
so
feeding
360,
on,
man.
You know, grains.
I know. Look at those
and
James.
fauna.
No
Yeah.
fabric
You
effect.
do
No
love to get the
cloth
enemies
physics.
that seem to be the most peaceful.
Yeah.
Next console.
Flora rather, but yeah.
The Wii Me.
So we're walking.
But
out
hey,
into
it's all about the
Los
gameplay,
Angeles
right?
For the first time.
Oddly
it's
enough,
about
we
graphics.
are in real Los Angeles.
In old Los Angeles.
This game, from what I've seen, I like the gameplay. Looks a little stale. Looks a little, actually a little boring. Kind of sparse. I'm hoping the story's good. I hope the action
It
picks
doesn't measure
up.
up anymore.
Yeah.
Like I said, it looks it has
Sorry.
gameplay mechanics in kind of vein to me, in the vein of
I'm gonna have to apologize for
more recent,
insulting Los
Final
Angeles
Fantasy?
outline, aren't
It's
I?
okay.
I love
which I
it.
haven't been super keen
So
on.
here we got a view out
Yeah.
over Neo Los Angeles. It's going to come up as soon as Elma finishes.
Yeah, she's just, kind of
But I
explaining
wanna see
about
the story.
city. And
I'll buy it.
it was kind of a model
Elma
city to
looks
begin
cool.
with, but it's
Yeah.
become, a real
Although
living place that
She
they have to.
doesn't seem like she'll be strong enough to carry that
So
weapon.
welcome to New Los Angeles.
Let's
Rich.
let her
Very-
ride.
Now, we're gonna
very
do this
Monster
demo here
Hunter-ish,
on a
over-the-top
flyover
weapons,
Neo Los
isn't it?
Angeles, where you get a chance
Japanese
to
RPG,
check out,
of course,
this entire explorable area.
and
is
also
already
light
vast.
gravity.
Just
They
all
can
on
jump
its
for
own,
miles,
it's a
taking fall
gigantic
damage.
space that you can wander freely throughout.
Yeah.
As we mentioned, it's a
Giant
hub
phone,
town.
too.
You get quests here. You see your first giant mech here. These are going to become an integral component of gameplay much later on. of
Oh,
course.
they actually have cats still.
Yeah.
But you also see some really interesting,
Yeah,
more
daily
mundane
life, right.
things.
So they took the
These
entire
are
city up on the
survivors
ship?
trying to live on
That's
this alien
cool.
world.
Yeah. So she's talking about the fact that this is really mankind's last hope, and it sounds like they've been here for a couple of months before you have come on the scene.
Yeah,
and
before you
she's
get thawed.
explaining that while it's still sort of a work in progress, they've really
60%,
hardened
I
up
wonder
their
what's
desire
60%.
to make this home for the future.
Maybe the power to go back out or
And
something?
here we go, one big flyby, and
Big swoop.
there you go.
Wow. That's awesome.
Neo Los Angeles in all its glory.
I would have liked a
Well,
better
Rich,
preview
we're
of the
about
game.
out
I
of
think
time.
they needed to
Yeah.
do.
Thanks for
These guys
stopping
need to
by
kind of
and
shut
bet.
up because they didn't really
I
add
think we
much
looked
to
here
it.
on Xenoblade
The
Chronicles.
developer or
Yeah,
not.
thanks for
If
having
you
us
like
on.
what you see, I hope
Better-
people are
some
excited
better
'cause
clips,
there is a lot to this
better
game.
music,
Yeah, it looks really good. I'm excited to do a
and
little deeper dive.
Yeah.
into this. Like, I think
maybe a
it's
little
gonna
bit
be
deeper
exciting.
into
Awesome.
actual
Thank you.
fighting mechanics
Yeah,
in the game.
absolutely.
Thank
Up
you.
next, don't
It's
go
very
anywhere.
bland
We got Hyrule
presentation.
Warriors coming up.
Oh,
and,
they want to talk
we
about
might
Hyrule
have
Warriors
a
next.
special guest
Good.
with us as well. All right, Nintendo Treehouse Live at E3. Don't go
Alright,
anywhere.
so I missed most of the video, so your closing comments overall then?
Well, like you just heard
Well, yeah,
a
it's-
second ago, but
Yeah.
I am excited for this game. This was kind of a launch thing for Nintendo when they showed. Looks like it's coming along very well.
Mhm.
But overall, in all honesty, it looks a little bland. I'm hoping that there's more gameplay to kind of show, something more exciting. I will end up getting it because I want to see what the story is.
Yeah.
It looks interesting. It piques my interest, but oh yes,
Yeah.
nothing like Horror Warriors.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so this was Jamie, along with,
MegaManDust.
or more like MegaManDust, along with Jamie in this episode. So thank you for watching. Keep enjoying our E3 coverage, and we'll be right back.
I didn't mention anything where you guys.